We spoke about you and where you're at and the journey that you're going to be on in 2026. If I may, I want to just ask you a couple of things about your teammates. And obviously, here when we're in the UK, we're obviously spitballing around that lightweight division, right? Yeah. And your good pal there, Mr. Gaethje, we actually don't know what's going on with the title scenario right now. Ilia Topuria is the champion.
A or B option. That's it.
Yeah. Listen, I'll be dead transparent. In the UK, we're championing Paddy Pimblett. We hope that he can get himself to the top of the tree at some point. But I know that Justin obviously has still got those ambitions of getting himself back to the top of the tree. What is the latest with him, and when's he looking to get back in?
Yeah, that it's a little clouded with some of these changes that we've seen in those divisions. And I think, like Paddy that you mentioned, Paddy's is, he's almost there, but we would like to see him get a couple more, one or maybe one big one, to really let the fans know I can handle a guy in the top 5 in this caliber. So I would like to see one more before you just throw him in there against a champion right now. But for someone like Justin, I think Justin kind of feels kind of the same the way that I feel. Because the picture is a little unclear because Armin was supposed to be the guy, but Armin now has a fight scheduled. And so I think Justin feels kind of, what you get from Justin Gaethje.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If Justin Gaethje is the champion, I'm tuning in. I know what I get from
He's the human highlight reel.
Exactly. And so I think with him feeling that way, is I've done everything the UFC's asked of me to be here. And Justin's the guy that came into the UFC fighting top 10 guys
straight in
and putting on wars and performances. So I think he feels that I've showed you guys that I can carry this torch. Give me that opportunity. And he's not getting any younger,
of course,
so he understands that. It's what am I trying to prove fighting the guy that's number 5 or number 6 or 7 when I'm still at the top of the division.
It's a strange weight class because of the thing, like the champion dropped the belt and walked away. Dustin Poirier's left a vacuum because he's retired from the sport. Max Holloway's kind of dipping in at this level and dipping back out again. And these are all marquee pay-per-view big names along with Justin as well.
And Charles. I mean, Max
and Charles Oliveira, there you go, of course. So it's hard to kind of directly plot what should come next. But with Charles kind of winning spectacularly recently against Gamrot, calling out Max, everyone went, oh, okay, Charles versus Max at the BMF. That makes absolute sense.
Yeah.
Sarukian's been given Hooker.
Yeah, it's a great fight.
Even though he's the number 1 contender, no, you've got to go and do this. It just feels Gaethje is the logical answer. The logical answer.
Yes.
But there's history between Pimblett and Topuria.
Yeah.
And they will sell the living daylights out of that fight if it is to be in January, the first one on Paramount Plus in the US. Those two guys have got needle enough to talk a lot.
There's no reason why they can't do that in the first couple of months of the year. And then,
Right. I mean,
Justin might get the White House show. You never know.
Right. But here's my question for you guys. Of course, there is that history with Paddy, but don't you want to know that he's prepared?
Of course.
Of course,
into that. And do you feel that he's prepared
No.
going into that fight?
I think everything that you've just said is absolutely bang on.
Yeah.
If they were to make Justin versus Ilia Topuria next, I don't think anybody says that that's a bad fight.
Money?
No.
Absolutely. And I know that he's called out Max, but if he was to be Charles Oliveira against Paddy Pimblett, I'd be like, right, okay, there's your test. Yeah. There's your test. Let's rock and roll. Let's see what happens there.
Hurdle. Of course, absolutely. And I completely agree with Kamaru. As I say, the logical choice is Gaethje.
Yeah.
But this isn't necessarily
logical and meritocracy.
It's a business
exactly.
decision as well, because with all due respect to Justin, he is coming towards the end of his career now. Let these two young guys go at it. And then Justin sits ringside, cage side, and goes, right, okay, well, the ball's rolling now. As you mentioned, White House is just around the corner.
Yeah.
And they need that Star-Spangled Banner shining brightly over that octagon, and they need the biggest names in the sport with American passports inside that octagon.
That's a good
point.
point.
That could make more sense for Justin then.
Right. I mean, I like that, but I also, I think for a company perspective as well, is the longevity. What do you want for Paddy Pimblett? Longevity-wise, because you want to make sure he's prepared to get there and stay there.
Yeah.
Not just get that shot, get knocked down. Because once you're rolling downhill, it's one thing when you have that momentum and you're swinging upwards, but once you start rolling back downhill, it's a tough one to turn back from.
We're kind of seeing that now with Sean O'Malley a little bit.
Right.
Maybe did Sean get rushed to the title? and then he lost the title, and now it's trying to get his momentum going again. I understand completely.
Listen, as you're watching the show, spot the proper fighter and mixed martial artist amongst us with the way that he's just spoke through that.